Hey everybody, this is David Britt, your instructor for MSOM 601, coming to you today from Cartagena, Colombia in the Old Town. For those of you who've had a class with me before, you know that I do a lot of traveling, and I shoot these weekly videos to kind of give you a review of the prior week and a preview of the upcoming week lesson. And this is just simply going to be an introduction, welcoming you to the class. It's quite warm here today, so if I look hot, I really am. It's probably going to be close to 100 today, and the humidity right around there as well. But again, welcome MSOM 601. I'm thrilled that you've chosen, if this is your first class in the degree program, I'm thrilled that you've chosen to further your education here at Charleston Southern. And then if this is not your first class, welcome back. I've probably had you in servant leadership or some other course as well. And so again, today, welcome from Cartagena, Colombia. This entire course I developed a few years ago, and it's one of my favorites, probably my favorite that I teach, mainly because problem solving and critical thinking are in such short supply today in the world. And so I'm just thrilled to be able to put together and introduce you to some really cool topics over the next few weeks. Now, this course is unique in that I selected a story called Ominous Story that we're going to be living with over the next 7 weeks. And so it's a story of a young Iraqi girl who had incredible heart problems. And if she didn't receive surgery, she was going to die. Well, this happened to be during the theater of war, during one of the Desert Storms. I think it was the first one. And so the challenge there is how in the world could they get this young Iraqi girl out of the country, get approval from the tribal elders, get approval from the military to take her to the United States to get the surgery that she needed in order to save her life. And so we're going to be living with this story over the next 7 weeks. And I hope that you come to love that story as much as I do, because it's a real example and a real picture of problem solving and critical thinking in action. All right, so that's going to be the basis for for a lot of the things that we do in the course over the next few weeks. The first discussion board that we talk about this week is simply a welcome, and so I'm asking you to be very detailed in your welcome. Just introduce yourself to other people in the class. Those are always very helpful as you go forward with those, because you're going to be with these people in many different classes over the next few weeks and months. So that's discussion board 1. Discussion board 2 really has you read Ominous Story, and then I ask you, why do you think I selected this story for this class? All right? So throw out your ideas on those. Remember, discussion boards, you have to have one original response, one initial response. I ask you to do those early in the class and early in the week, because if everyone waits till the last day of the week, there's not much to respond to. So you have to have one initial post, and you have to have a minimum of 2 response posts. Okay? So that's discussion 2, Ominous Story. And then the first application that I have you do is a personal assessment. Now, in every class that I teach in this degree program, I have you do a personal assessment. And the personal assessment will have you go to an outside source, answer some questions, and from that it will give you your critical thinking style. There are 7 different options that you'll have as you get to the end for your critical thinking style, but critical thinking styles are different. One style is not preferred over another, it's just different. And so I ask you to do that because it will help provide the lens through which you're going to approach this topic on problem solving and critical thinking. Okay, so I ask you to do that. And again, the reason that I do that in all my courses is I just operate under the philosophy that if all we do in higher education is fill your head full of facts, figures, and knowledge, but we don't teach you anything about you, I think we've failed. And so I want you to learn a little bit about you as you go through this class as well. For those of you who are brand new in the course, you'll be receiving an email, brand new in the degree program, I mean. You're going to be receiving an email from me requesting that you give me 3 different times when we can get connected on the telephone and talk about you. I want to get to know you a little bit better. The last thing I want to have happen in an online course is for you to feel like it's distant. And so I like to start off the courses with conversations with you on the phone. All right? And so be on the lookout for that email from me, and then let's get it scheduled and let's have time to chat. All right? that is lesson 1. That's my welcome for this course. Let's have some fun together over the next few weeks. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. You'll have my email address and my telephone numbers in the syllabus. So I just really look forward to connecting on this fun topic and then having you come to love Ominous Story as much as I do. All right? Take care. Here's my finger coming at you. Thanks. Bye.